The days that you don't feel like getting up out of bed for class in the morning, the days you feel like quitting and giving up and giving in. Listen to me. The only thing that's going to get you out of the bed, the only thing that's going to make you strive past that obstacle, get past that brick wall, the only thing that's going to make you get up and do what you're supposed to do is what your purpose is. It's what you dream about, where you want to be. What do you want to become 5, 10, 15 years down the line? I want your dream to be so clear, so vivid, that when you wake up in the morning, all you got to do is step into your dream. When you wake up in the morning and look at your goals are going to tell you what time to get up. Your goals are going to tell you who you should be hanging out with. People ask me all the time, should I do this? Should I do that? Listen, I can't tell, but your goals will tell you how much sleep you're going to need. Your goals are going to define what time you get up, how you live your life, how you move, when you say yes and when you say no. What's your why? What would happen if you didn't become successful? Who would you be letting down? Identify your why. Because your why is deeper than a car. Your why will take you further than a house. What happens when you buy a car? What happens when you buy a house? What happens after that? There are those of you who don't understand the power of your why. And what I need for you to do for me is when you make your moves on a daily basis, I need you to think about your why. Because if your why is strong enough, you're going to go to college and you're going to study with passion. You're going to study because you want to study, because you want to be there. And here's the crazy thing. You'll start to enjoy it. You'll start to love it. It won't be a problem waking up at 5 or 6 in the morning anymore. You got to change that mindset. Some of you, you're stuck. Not because you don't have the gift. You're stuck because your mindset is off. Nothing has changed for me. I keep going to the next level because I keep changing my thinking. You have to do what successful people do if you want to be successful. You need to use your pain to push toward greatness. You need to understand that pain is temporary. It might last for a second. It might last for a minute, an hour, a day, or even months. But sooner or later, if you do not surrender, if you do not give up, if you do not give in, it will subside. Listen to me. You can talk like a victim, you can act like a victim, or you can be a victor and you can say, despite the odds, I will defy the odds. And I say it all the time, it's not going to be easy. If it was easy, everybody would be doing it. It's not going to be easy. But if you're willing to master the levels, if you're willing to get in your lane and stay in your lane and dominate your lane, you'll do just fine. The first thing you got to do for me is do not accept the life that has been given to you. Do not accept the life that they're trying to give you. Create your own. You can create your own world. So I want you to wake up every day and I want you to be aware of your choices. Look, I need you to be aware. Who are you hanging out with? How are you spending your time? What are you reading? What are you listening to? Look at your choices, right? And if your choices don't line up to where you want to be in 10 or 15 years time, whatever your goals are, I need your choices to line up with what your end goals are. The choices you make right now are going to allow you to be where you want to be. This is for all of you that make excuses. This is for those of you that every time there's an obstacle, every time there's a hill, every time something comes in front of you, you quit. You give up. You've got an excuse. You've got a reason. You start moaning. You start crying. You give up before you can even try. You just let obstacles defeat you. Most of you, you'll get derailed. The first punch that hits you, you get derailed. The first obstacle in front of you, you get derailed. Like you don't even try. As soon as stuff doesn't go your way, you just quit. You just give up. Stop letting stuff derail you. Stop getting stuck. Stop quitting. Stop giving up. Keep fighting. Do you hear me? Keep thinking positive. Keep going. You only lose when you quit.